Good morning. Welcome to the Korea Society and welcome to Studio Korea. North Korea launched at 7:49 Eastern Standard Time on December 11th a multi-stage rocket, the first stage of which fell into the Yellow Sea, the second into the Philippine Sea. Joining us this morning is Ambassador Thomas Hubbard, Senior Director for Asia at McLarty Associates and Chairman of the Korea Society. Welcome, Ambassador Hubbard.
Good morning.
If we could ask for your initial reaction to the North Korean launch.
Well, this is a very unfortunate, deplorable development. The North Koreans, of course, described this as a peaceful effort to put a satellite into orbit. But I think we all realize that the same technology that one would use to put a satellite into orbit can also be used as a long-range missile, in effect, as a weapon system. So it is a clear violation of North Korea's international obligations, a clear violation of explicit violation of UN Security Council resolutions, and another indication that this is a reckless regime in North Korea that, instead of reaching out to the international community, is taking steps that will continue to lead to its isolation.
What is the impact, do you feel, on the South Korean elections as well as the Japanese elections?
Well, it's hard to predict how this will affect South Korean elections. South Korean elections are notoriously hard to predict. Logic would tend to say that this North Korean provocation has strengthened the hand of the more conservative candidate, but both the conservative candidate Park Geun-hye and the more progressive candidate Moon Jae-in have advocated more dialogue with North Korea. So at this stage, it's hard to predict how it will affect the election.
Do you see this as a test for the new Chinese leadership, which has expressed "quote unquote" regret over the launch?
Yes, I mean I think the Chinese must, behind the scenes, be quite frustrated because they seem to try to dissuade the North Koreans from carrying out this test. This time they expressed regret when the North Koreans several months ago had a failed test. The Chinese were a little critical and tended to say, well, the North Koreans have a right to carry out the peaceful launch of a satellite. This time they noted explicitly that this is in violation of UN resolutions.
Do you think we'll see a tightening by way of sanctions or further resolutions in the UN Security Council?
I would think so. Certainly the U.S. will tighten sanctions, and I think the U.S. and Japan and South Korea will be working in the UN to try to tighten sanctions. The success, of course, particularly at the UN, will depend on how the Chinese react.
And what sort of challenge does this give to the Obama administration as it's readying for its second term?
Well, it's just it is another reminder of the way this ruthless regime in North Korea can shake up the regional and global security situation. We've got to be concerned that a regime of this kind has demonstrated this capability. I think it should be seen as one further step toward developing a deliverable nuclear weapon. I think perhaps they're a long way from having the weapon itself, but we do know that North Korea has conducted nuclear tests and has a stockpile of fissile material. So we've got to be concerned about this, and I think there will be pressure in the United States and in the international community for a tougher stand on North Korea.